Hey you guys, today I'm talking about the next 15 reunion part 1. I know I kind of fell off with the season, but I was dealing with a lot. So, and they went over it kind of up in the reunion, so didn't miss nothing. I seen the episodes, I just didn't record them. Let's start with the looks. Well, we have Carlos King. He's the host of the show. Since he did every damn thing else in the show, might as well be the host. Claudia had on this ugly green prom dress. I just did not like that dress. And I was like, girl, your titties just, why do you always have to have a shirt where your titties exposed? But, yeah, I didn't like her look. Laura, I thought looked cute for a onesie. I wouldn't wear it, but I didn't think she looked bad. Laura always look okay. Looked like she didn't want to be there, that's for damn sure. Jennifer, I liked her dress. I really liked her dress. Karamo had on too many colors for me. He had on a blue tie, a yellow shirt, a gray suit, a fuchsia, a purple handkerchief. I was like, he just got on too many colors. Benzino looked at plain. New York looked at too dark. I didn't like her look at all. I just was like, what are you going for? I don't know. But it first starts off where they said it was an attractive cast and how everybody flirt with everybody, and they bring up how New York flirts with Benzino. And she was like, you know, he cute. Yeah, you know, she kind of flirted, but then he ended up turning into a big brother. I said, yeah, bitch, because he wasn't even looking at you like that, so you had to turn it into a big brother situation. But even as a big, you saying he a big brother, but you still kind of flirting. And I don't, then they brought up the dick pics and if Benzino is jealous or whatever of, Karamo, because they were talking about Karamo's dick size or whatever, and they was asking if Benzino jealous since he put out that dick pic or whatever, and New York wanted to see it, and I'm like, I thought that was your brother. I thought you looked at him like a brother. All of a sudden, now you want to see his... I don't want to see my brother dick. I'm sorry. Nobody that I is considered a brother might be a potential play brother. Like, no, ain't no way in the world. I just felt like... I know that him and home out there, like, kind of had broke up or whatever they was fucking doing this week, that week, whatever. But I just felt like it was very disrespectful. They bring in, then they start talking about the whole New York drama and her moment on the next 15. Because he acts like, let's see if a lot of people took this opportunity for the next 15 and how they took this opportunity. Are they still the same people? And I'm looking like, yeah, they still the same fucking people. I mean, well, not, to me, not Karamo and not Laura. Them two probably have changed since we seen them on their shows, but the rest of them still the damn same. So anyway, they brought up New York. Oh no, and then New York asked, can she sit on Benzino's lap? I said, what brother? Like, girl, ew. Then they brought up her inner cry. Everything they brought up with New York, I was just like, why are we wasting our time? I just was like, oh my God, this is draining. Like I keep telling y'all, that's why I probably stopped recording, because I just did not want to see Tiffany like this. I wanted to see Tiffany, and I was very, very disappointed to see New York. I'm telling y'all, I still watch her with the guys that was with her on the show, Action and the other guy. I still watch her with them, and I'm like, she's not like that, so it was irritating my fucking spirit to keep seeing her pop off, and I just wanted to jump through the screen and like, bitch, won't you act like yourself and stop fucking playing for these cameras? You're making yourself look bad. You're too fucking old. I just was irritated. Then the bitch couldn't say, they talked about the inner cry, and she made up some stupid-ass excuse. And then I'm thinking her and Claudia getting along because they laughing and playing with each other. They was talking about, she was like something about fathom something, but she couldn't say it right. So Claudia has kept on correcting her. That's why I'm thinking they cool. Because she corrected her with fathom. She corrected her when she said eye ducts. And Claudia was like, no, bitch, tear ducts. I was like, just shut up. She over there telling Claudia to shut up. But I'm like, no, bitch, you shut up and stop using words that your ass don't know how to pronounce. probably or spell. I'm just saying, like, girl. So then it got between Karamo and New York and how he felt about his brand and stuff like that. And you know, he was just like, you know, she cool to watch on TV, but when you have to work with that person, other people do look at you. When you're on a cast with people that just act a plumb fool, people are going to say, well, why you want to be with people that act a plumb fool? Is that how you really act when you're not around us? You know, stuff like that. So I saw what Karama was coming from, but dumb people can't see that. And, yeah, because New York was irritating the fuck out of me. She was so more mad that she thought he called her alcoholic when he didn't. All he said was alcohol plays a part. You know, when she drinking, it kind of amplifies things. And it probably does. Especially when you're on a reality show that y'all steady going to parties, y'all steady drinking, it's always a drink at the fucking table. Even when y'all in y'all business meetings, it's drinks at the table. Whether it's champagne or fucking beer. Too much of it, bitch, you will be drunk. I don't understand this concept of she getting mad thinking he called her an alcoholic. And I'm like, bitch, listen to what he is saying. Because he said it multiple times there. And I'm quite sure she was sitting right across from him. And I watched it one goddamn time on TV and I heard what he said. So I just was like, girl, you popping off. This is why he don't want to fuck with you. This is why all of them over there looking at you fucking dumb as hell. Benzino, I wanted to slap the fuck out of him. Because I'm like, bitch, you do keep popping up in conversations because your ass didn't have a good storyline. So you keep popping up in the conversation. Shut up. Then when she said something about, she said that she was going to slap his face. I'm like, so now you threatening people? And if he got back up and said, bitch, if you slap me, I'm going to slap you back, the world would have been going crazy. But how was it okay for her to threaten to slap him and nobody said nothing? I didn't understand that part, but whatever. You know, even I get where Laura was coming from, where she said that nobody can bring your brand down but you and all that kind of stuff. But Karamo called her out like, bitch, even your manager said that it wasn't a good look for you. And she said that, you know, it was her decision. True enough. But what if that decision of yours, of you being on the show and you continue with the show, that it would have hurt your brand? Then you wouldn't have been saying that, Laura. But yeah, it is true that you can hurt your brand. But why would you even associate with somebody that can hurt your brand? I don't understand. Because I'm telling y'all, a lot of times people just don't understand. When you put yourself out there, you are a brand. And that's why I had to start even with my supporting people. I had to reevaluate on how to support people because I felt like I didn't want to support people and it's always negativity all the time, and people go to their channels or their music or whatever, anything social media, and it's always negativity on there, and I'm talking about support. You know what I'm saying? So I had to reevaluate on how I support people. Even the people like even, I'm just put it out there, even the people that has drama, I still call out their name because I love those people. But it gets hard. It gets hard to call out certain names when you know it's nothing but drama. But the people that do be involved in drama, if I know they heart and I know they really a good person and they just caught up in some bullshit, I'm going to still call their name out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just that supportive of a person. And I want to show through all the drama, I still would support people. You know, so it's kind of hard when your brand is involved. It really is hard, you know, to choose certain things when your brand is involved. Moving on from there, they get into the name calling that Claudia does, so by calling people bipolar and this and that. And, you know, she said a lot of things were said in shade and being petty and stuff like that. But when it comes to New York, bitch, I'm sorry. That bitch do be acting bipolar sometimes. Like, come on. Even when y'all seen they showing her real back of what she went through this season, it was ups, downs, popping off. Oh, I'm cool. I mean, y'all saw what she did with Action up in the thing where she was cool with him and then she popped off because he said something that was on camera. And I'm like... So I get what Claudia calling her bipolar. I mean, calling some of these bitches what she was calling them, I'm like, well, if you wouldn't put yourself out there, she wouldn't have a name to call y'all, but whatever. Jen, next 15 moments should have lasted 15 seconds. I do feel like Jen do pop off for the cameras because, or she might just be that messy bitch that just be thinking she hard but really won't pop a grape. I don't know. But I didn't like her on this whole season. I didn't like her on this reunion. All I liked about Jen was her motherfucking dress. I'm just saying. Her singing is horrible. And I think either Benzino fucked or wanna fuck because come on, he kept defending her. He kept jumping in. Let me go on and go with what I have on my notes so I don't forget nothing. Because I just thought about it and it irritated me. So, they brought up the whole thing with her kissing Evelyn's ass, and she was like, no, she was more like my sister, so I was never going to fight her. I get that. I totally get that. But bitch, she made you look like a punk, and I don't give a fuck who my sister is. She's never going to make me feel like or look like something else if it's all love between us. I don't give a fuck how much I love her. Bitch, you not gonna run across no tables. None of that. Sister, mama, not my granny, but that's probably the only person might be able to get away with it in my family. I'm just saying. Anybody else that runs across the table and do with all the shit that she done to her, that bitch would have got it. Period. We both grown. Bitch, you ain't gonna run across no table on me. So, whatever. So then they brought up, they asked Claudia, did she feel targeted by Jennifer? Jennifer trying to make her a name for herself, being on this show by targeting Claudia. Claudia said, yeah, I feel that way too. You couldn't fuck with Laura because Laura would have popped off on your ass and probably beat you up. Or you knew that, you know what I'm saying, there was a possibility. Or y'all was just cool. So what next person, you knew New York was crazy than a motherfucker. So what better else way to just keep on popping off on Claudia? A lot of people wants to blame Claudia and say, oh, she mean, she this and that. But Jennifer played an equal part in that too. Both of them were talking about each other in them confessionals. Regardless of who said it first, who did it first, both of y'all said it in the confessionals. Both of y'all said things about each other when y'all met up with Carlos. Both of you guys were talking shit about each other. Okay. And I feel like this, like Claudia said, bitch, I was talking about you on a professional level as far as you not having a voice on the show. And she said that she didn't want you to feel some kind of way of her used to be dating the dude that you were supposed to be dating current. So I got where Claudia was coming from. The way you were coming at Claudia, it was all about this dude. It never was on, oh, I don't want to work with Claudia because she's not professional. It was all, oh, I don't want to work with that bitch and she fucked this person and it did look like that. Like, come on. Like, and then Claudia brought up that they took a picture together after that first little interaction meeting at the focus group, the first episode. So she felt some kind of way to see, what Jennifer was saying. Benzino was like, bitch, you was talking to. And I'm like, Benzino, shut the fuck up. This is not your argument. Shut up. Jen calls Claudia a bitch and call her petty. I'm like, Are you knowing that she won't come up or pop off of you? Because I don't think you would call New York a bitch. And New York is the most pettiest bitch on that fucking show. But y'all never call her a bitch. Y'all never call her petty. I'm just saying. Singing, they talked about her singing. Benzino wouldn't answer the question really about her singing. And I'm like, why? You're a person in the music industry. This is why fucked up music is being put out, because y'all thinking y'all can do something with anybody and everybody. And I'm like, why waste this girl's time, her money, my patience? I don't know. That Brick song was horrible. Her performance was horrible. Her outfit was horrible. Like, she didn't fill out that outfit, so she looked like a fucking stick with a fucking long wig. I don't know. So I just wanted Benzino to fucking tell the truth. To say, bitch can't fucking sing. And all I'm talking about, she tried. Some things. My thing is, every. And then she gonna say, they were talking about because Karamo said she couldn't sing. I'm like, why y'all getting mad for his opinion? Shit, I said she can't sing too. Alexander Rogers said the bitch can't sing. James Caldwell said the bitch can't sing. I'm just saying, the world is saying, bitch, you can't sing. Don't get mad at Karamo talking about he drinking the cat Kool-Aid, the crazy cat Kool-Aid, or what the cat lady Kool-Aid. That's what she said. And I'm like, no, bitch, you really just can't sing. And he had an opinion. Carlos asked him about it. And bitch, don't act like you can sing. And then Benzino like, well, she never sung in a church. She never sung this. She never did that. I'm like, sorry. So, sorry. But I'm like, really? I'm like, then she gonna say, my mom was dying. Da-da-da-da. Bitch, you sung before you even found out your mama had stage 4 cancer. You were saying this is what you want to do. All of that be when you went to go see Benzino for the first time. You knew you couldn't sing then. You knew you couldn't sing when you got up in there with Brandy Damn Daddy. Don't use your mama dying and her being sick as an excuse of that performance, because bitch, you sounded like that before. I was just like, bitch, shut up. So anyway, Jennifer, they announced that her mom had died since the taping of the show. Prayers go out, condolences, because I know how it feels to lose a family member. I know how it is to lose a parent. So yeah, that's some hard shit to swallow and stuff like that, and she had to deal with all of that on the show. So okay, Benzino started talking about his mama, and he was crying, and I'm sitting there like, I think he just wanted some camera time. It just wasn't believable to me. I don't know. Laura whole next 15 segment was just funny. It was funny and how she was calm, and she was just like, because if it doesn't benefit my life, I'm like, fuck it. Like, I don't have time for this bullshit. If it ain't unproductive, I don't have time for this shit. And I felt what Laura was saying. She's in a different headspace than she was on Basketball Wives and stuff like that. New York pops off on her about this black comment, about her making a comment about light-skinned people. I didn't take it no kind of way, and I'm darker than her. I think it was James has took it some kind of way. And, you know, as black people, we have a right to feel the way we feel. Okay. But at the same time, I think New York took it way fucking overboard. New York would have got fucked all the way up. All the way up. I'm just saying, the way she popped off on Laura, she's lucky Laura takes anger management, or that whole set would have been towed the fuck up. I'm not saying that New York can't fight. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it would have been a good ass something to watch, because if Laura was still the same bitch from Basketball Wives, even though she got her ass whooped from Malaysia, so maybe that's why she sat there. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, the way she popped off on Laura was so uncalled for. The whole black power speech, and she black and she got nappy hair and a big booty. Girl, sit your ass down. Then when she brought up the Oscars, I really was done. I was like, girl, you ain't gonna be invited to them no time soon. Not nobody you hang with, not nobody you know. Like, girl, shut. I don't understand New York. I just get very irritated with New York and just want it. I'm so mad that we didn't get to see Tiffany. She walks out. Oh, yeah, she walks out. Oh, she said she was running for president in 2020. President of what? Okay. She walks out how much she need a cigarette. She go tell her crew what was said. And Action couldn't believe that Laura would say something like that. You know, he was like, I don't believe she said that. And New York pops off on him, start going off on him. Carlos kind of defend her of how she felt. But okay, her feelings maybe have been valid, but it's just the way she reacted to him that made everybody say, bitch, sit down. You acting like a little ass girl. Sit down. So then it gives to Karamo whole section of being on the next 15 and his whole scene. And they ask who all thinks he's messy. And I loved how Karamo raised his hand. And the only person didn't raise their hand was Laura. And I felt where Laura was coming from. So Jennifer started popping off, calling Claudia a bitch once again. And I'm sitting there talking about she a drag a bitch and she this, because they got into the whole drama of Claudia and Jennifer and how it was going back and forth and all the talking about who and yada yada yada, who gave a fuck. And I would say it was funny when Jennifer told Claudia she was a one peach wonder and all this kind of stuff, and she was like, you always get fired. And Claudia was like, but bitch, I always get hired. Your ass is on YouTube. Now bitch, stop talking about people on YouTube, because people on YouTube is keeping y'all checks going. I'm just saying. But I get where she was coming from, because she was like, bitch, I'm on networks and you on the fucking free internet. Well, I'm just saying some of us make a little bit. Not a lot of network bit, but I'm just saying. I just hate when people talk about YouTube, but then y'all be on here watching our videos, or y'all get the next idea from something from YouTube. So please don't shade YouTube, ever. But I get where she was coming from. So then they were saying how Karamo made a comment saying that Jim was jealous of Claudia on an interview. And he said that he apologized to her, yada, yada, yada. Laura was like, did y'all ever tell him not to say anything? And I'm like, this is why me and her didn't think he was messy. I'm like, both of you guys are going back saying, well, I think this is going on. And and I felt him when he was saying, well, this is my homegirl, and she thinking that she's cool with this girl. Let me tell my homegirl, bitch, you ain't really cool with her. She don't really like you. And then it always will be, these girls will be like, and you could tell that bitch this, and you could tell that bitch that, so you go back and tell the bitch, why are y'all mad? Then if y'all know he said something once, why the fuck you keep telling him? I don't understand people that does that. You call a person messy, but constantly tell them your secrets. That's like people calling Carly Red messy. How is she messy if y'all told her something, she went back and said it, and y'all came back and told her something again? So who's the messy one? You or her? You know it's going to be put out there. That's why you tell him or her or whoever it is. You keep telling that same person because you know it's going to get out there. I'm just saying. So, then, Benzino. Oh, they brought up the comment talking about it should have been the two of us. Hell, I agree with that. I agree with it. Because I felt like nobody else really wanted to do it anyway. From Gate, nobody really wanted to do it. Everybody was hesitant about doing the show. Karamo heard about the show. He was on board. Claudia heard about the show. When she created the show, she was on board. Everybody else through the whole fucking season was saying they don't know if they really want to do this. They don't know. Ooh. Bye. Then, Benzino calls Karamo messy boobs. Benzino. I hope everybody is going off on this comment with motherfucking Benzino while you want to go off on Laura about some motherfucking light-skinned and dark-skinned comment. Benzino asked them, was it a gay thing to be messy? I ain't seen nobody reviews yet, but I'm hoping everybody, please, Alexander Rogers, I'm praying you gave it to him on that motherfucking comment. No, motherfucker, being gay don't have nothing to do with being fucking messy and shady and all that kind of stuff. That is just who a fucking the person is. Is it a gay thing? Y'all gonna keep letting motherfuckers get away with certain things and not let other motherfuckers get away with things? I don't get it. New York comes back. I didn't care. She's proud to be black. I was like, what the fuck? She don't respect Laura. Laura like, okay, bitch, like, whatever. Then New York jumped all up in Laura's face. Luckily, she was sitting down, but Laura was like, bitch, as long as you don't touch me, don't bump me, don't scoot by me. Like, bitch, as long as you don't touch me, you can do all this hooping and hollering because we know it's for camera. We know it's for show. Only Carlos don't want to believe that bullshit. Whatever. So she was like, I don't have to talk to her. I'm just going to talk to you, Carlos. I don't want to say anything to her. So Jennifer tried to grab her arm like, hey, like, you know, look at me, let me talk to you or whatever. Because don't nobody want to talk to that fucking back of somebody's head. So Jennifer kind of grabbed her and was like, well, did you hear about Claudia's dark skin comment or whatever? And New York pops off on her. Don't you fucking grab me, especially when I'm mad. Okay, I get that, but damn. What are you popping off on her for? All you have to do is be like, hey, please don't grab me, especially not when I'm hot right now at your home, girl, because you liable to get it. But for her to pop off the way she did on Jennifer, I was just like, all for show. All for show. So then, Jim brings up Claudia with this whole dark skin comment after, when she was on the Real Housewives. And, you know, she got it from Google. And I'm sitting there like, why are you throwing Claudia under this bus? This has something to do with her and her. You throwing her under the bus because you want New York to pop off on her. That's what the fuck that was. So, Claudia was like, bitch, like, Claudia explained herself. Bitch, we was at an all-black party. I was making a comment as a black woman. And please, I was so irritated when black people was going at her because we all have said it as black people. Like, God damn, it's so black in the room, I can't even see his ass. Don't act like we have not said that about our own fucking people, our own homies, cousins, whatever it is. Come on. And that's what I know that's where she was coming from. So then it just bothers me because even when New York said that they weren't black, I was like, how dumb of a comment is this? I don't care if her daddy's black. Huh? So mixed people don't have nothing to say about black stuff? Like they can't say nothing? They have to tread lightly on what they say about black issues, knowing, bitch, if the police pull them over, they're black. I don't get that part. But whatever. Claudia brings up the Jen on the dirt on Jen. Like, bitch, since you want to Google stuff, I Googled you too. And let's see if you like what I Googled. And that bitch put out a picture of Jennifer spreading it wide open. And that bitch was like, is my face on there? That bitch scrolled and said, that's your face. I said, classy. Ooh, okay. But I felt like it was petty on both ends. I felt like it was petty on Claudia, but I got where Claudia was coming from. Like, bitch, you keep Googling me. You keep bringing up shit from way back when. Let me Google you and see how you find that humorous. And Jennifer couldn't take that. Jennifer could not take that Claudia had brought that paper out. And, that picture out, showed it to Benzino, showed it to Caramo. New York wanted to see the shit. All that. So, she couldn't take that. And you could see it all in her face. That's why she kept calling her bitches, kept going at her. They ass was going back and forth. She kept calling her a hoe, talking about Claudia slept with so many people. Claudia was going in about Jennifer fucking somebody and was fucking whoever the person that was in a picture or whatever, well, who she did the picture for was a married basketball player. She said, how many people you sleeping with? And Claudia was like, it was something about how many people Claudia sleeping with. Then Claudia went back and like, how many you sleeping with? And she was like, one. And Claudia was like, do we got a girlfriend? Jennifer didn't answer that question. I don't Google these people. I don't follow them. So I don't know what hell who's sleeping with who got, dirt out right now on who's sleeping with who. But I'm quite sure somebody from the shade room, gossip, somebody is doing some research like who this bitch fucking. I'm just saying. I don't care. But I just felt like, bitch, you can't throw stones if people know about you. And then get mad when they throw them at you. Like, it was a mess. It was petty. I'm ready for next week. Because I really want to see out there kind of go and expose some situations if happy. I hope she exposed some situations. I ain't gonna even lie. But yeah, that's all I got for the next 15 reunion part one. Like I said, I apologize for the last 2 episodes not being up, but I felt like the show wasn't going the direction I wanted to go, and I was dealing with other things. So yeah, tell me what y'all thought about it. I'm about to go watch The Real Housewives of Potomac, and if it's good, I'll talk about it. But other than that, watch Ashley or Alexander Rogers or whoever else is doing the Potomac Housewives. I'm quite sure Rox is gonna do them, but I don't be entertained by the Potomac people. Um, yeah. Follow me on all social media sites by thaghettoview, THA, not THE, and I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.